inches 2023 World 10-ball champion.
Hello and welcome to the Predator World 10-ball Championships presented by Rums of Puerto Rico. We have a quarterfinal match here for you guys. Battle of Champions, Ouschan and Predator Gorst, both former World 9-ball champions looking for their first World 10-ball title. We're going to play a best of 5 sets. If the 5th set goes to the hill, there'll be a shootout. Nice match in store for us. Eric Horlifson here with Chris Reinhold.
Hey, what's up, guys? Going to be an amazing match here.
Federer coming off defeating Shane Van Boening in the previous round. Playing at a real high player rating for that match. Around the 925 level.
Yeah, the consistent play from this event has been so high. It's been amazing to watch.
Any player down to the quarterfinals has played very well throughout the week. Other quarterfinal matches going on right now. Naoki Oi against Badr Al-Wadi. Dennis Grabe against Sanchez Ruiz. And Ko Ping Chung and Carlo Beato. Gorst will be first up to break. He had the break going very well in his last match. Had the 1 going in the side. Was actually breaking from the other side of the table. Maybe he knows something about breaking from this side of the table on this particular table. 1 wanted to go, got kicked out, 8-ball down. Thin cut on the 1. A little too tough.
Yeah, he's bringing the cue ball away from the pattern to go to the 2. Do you like ducking here? Behind the 2-5 potentially? Or trying to put the 1? It's a little touchy with that side pocket there, and you can't hit the bottom of the cue ball really.
Yeah, there is one more offensive option on the bank, but I think he'll have to slow roll it at too slow of a speed to hold for the 2. So he's probably looking for cover behind the 2-3-5 area, 2-3-7.
Not quite the speed he was looking for there, but it looks like he can at least count that as a containing shot.
Albin will be looking to cut the 1 into the 10 here, play back into a similar area with the cue ball. Getting a little more aggressive, possibly playing it in off the 10.
Might have went a little too long on the rail there.
Yeah, that was aggressive to try and play, give himself a chance at the 1. Both players will know the strength of the opponent, though, and generally favoring a little bit more of the offensive side, not wanting to give their opponent any kind of look at the table. Carom or combos available here. I think he'll be favoring the carom. A little more cut on the combo.
If he had a little more angle, he might be considering going rail first, but I think he's kind of flat on this, so it's hard to judge.
Oh, went at the combo. Had too much energy in the cue ball, even in the undercut. Felt like it was always going to be a little thin on the combo.
Now the 9-10 is a little weird. How do you get on this one? Does it go on the side potentially?
Yeah, too sharp on the side. Looks like there could be a chance to pocket it in the long pocket. Few issues to deal with before then, but something he has to consider getting through this rack. Couple misses in the early going here. Pressure is going to be mounting for all players left in the tournament now. Big prize money on offer. World Championship at stake. $75,000 first prize. All players left in the tournament at this point are on over $10,000 in prize money.
Yeah, great event put on by Predator. Lots to offer the players. And it's going to be an exciting next few matches. Interested to see how this unfolds. Man, they're both just a little off this rack. Like you said, maybe the nerves, maybe they want it a little too much. But I think we're going to start seeing a little bit more of each player after this rack.
Looks like the 9's available in the long corner pocket.
Yeah, Albin is very precision-based, where if it's not really going to be a good potential, he's not going to go for it. Pretty, I wouldn't say, you know, he just plays within what the table gives him.
Yeah, more on the calculated side, similar to a lot of European players.
But he's definitely got firepower when he needs it.
Chose to accept the distance on that shot. Not much to do with the cue ball here.
Holds that cue under his left eye, like a few other players, like John Morra used to do before he switched to left-handed. Who else does that?
Wu Cheng's pretty opposite eye dominant.
That's someone I'd love to see more of.
Yeah, we miss him over here in these events in North America. He's always shied away from North American events, kind of stayed closer to home, but one of the best players in the world. Well, no question if the 9 goes now. Nice shot there by Albin.
Yeah, hit it with a good speed too. Enough to where he wouldn't get stuck on a ball, and just slow enough to where he didn't get stuck behind the 9.
Good following back, angle back for the 9 in the short pocket.
Oh, he knows he hit it too hard already, just off the cue. Just immediately when he hit it, Eric.
Yeah, and in these short race sets, got to really take advantage of every chance you have at the table. It's not over yet. He's got a chance to jump it in.
Elevating a little more to maybe get a little bit of draw on this once he makes contact.
Great shot.
How was that?
Just missing the scratch in the side, but great shot there from Albin.
What a roller coaster of emotions Federer just went through. Thinking he might have gotten a shot, and then Albin come with another amazing shot there to recover.
These players will have played a lot over the years in the Euro Tour and international events. Both looking for their first World 10-ball title. Albin generally favors a lot of power on the break, usually from the side rail as well. You're looking to make the 1 in the side. Feel like because of the power he hits it with, has a bit more chance of fluking a ball if the 1 doesn't go on the side. Federer made the 1 on the break about 5 breaks in a row last set, so he kind of is dialed into that speed that he needs.
With a certain speed, you can almost play that second ball behind the one in the side, but it's like a very specific speed you need to hit and a certain amount of hitting it square. So it's kind of a little more unreliable, but I've seen a few people make it where the one ball goes high and there'd be the 8 ball in this place go on the side.
Yeah,
but the double kiss is so big.
Yeah, even from the side rail, it seems like it's been going in a little bit. It'll go in way more often from the middle, but I've seen it go in from the side rail a lot too.
Yeah, I think it depends on how the balls are racked. It'll go in the side from the side rail, but yeah, it's kind of they're just going the same angle towards the side, so sometimes they kiss each other out.
Right. Albin dead on the one here.
It's tough to want to risk getting hooked, but going from the 2 to the 3 and trying to break into the 10-4, maybe?
Could.
Or do you like the 4-7 combo?
The 4-7 combo's lying okay. What he's got to be careful with there is how the 4 is going to react off the 7. It could end up behind the 10. Kind of tough when you're kind of running into 3 balls and you're pushing them the same way as the angle you want on the next ball. Decided to avoid it. It's a good angle to go at the 3 and have good angle on the 4-7 combo. How do you think the 4 will play off the 7? I think it's kind of tracking towards the 10. Maybe hit it with more speed to make sure it doesn't end up behind it.
It's a touchy shot because you don't want to play a tougher shot at the risk of missing the 7.
Yeah, you want kind of pocket speed on the 7 here because it'll be tough to target it exactly.
I might even just hit it with follow.
Could.
Try to run into the 4 after
Sure.
contact, maybe. He's drawing this ball. Oh, wow.
Nicely played by Ouschan, recognizing that the 4 was going to run into the 10. Played it with speed, targeted it perfectly.
Also, both opponents have played each other a lot of times, so they know how dangerous they both are. So they're really going to want to make sure every game they can get, they can get.
Yeah, Albin on his first break-in run of the match early here. Halfway to the finish line in this first set. Reminder, it'll be best of 5 sets overall for the match win. Nice out there by Albin, negotiating the 4-7 combo nicely. Dennis Grabe is up against Sanchez Ruiz, 2-0. 1-1 with Beato and Chung.
Alvin to break. He comes out from the rail just a touch. And this is where that 4-ball might actually have a chance to go in, believe it or not. He didn't hold back there.
Big power from Ouschan there. Nothing down.
Federer with a chance to play it safe here. I don't think he likes the 1-5 combo. He might like the bank, though. Depends how he's feeling. I doubt it.
I have a feeling he's going to get aggressive here. He has to make something happen in this first set. Position's pretty natural towards the 2.
Would you draw it, or would you just hit it with a little bit of high English, a little bit of right?
Yeah, you got to kind of slow roll the bank a little bit, which is not advisable or not preferred. But I think with any kind of draw, you're running into the 3. Could get trapped up behind the 7. Slow stunned it, got enough speed in it, just came up just short on the bank. Lucky with the leave here. Not leaving Albin any of the 1. He's going to kick at this with a lot of draw and maybe a bit of left to straighten out the angle. Shot's easier on new cloth. Draw will still grab off the rail. Shot there, but he's left the 1 open. Cue ball's playing to the right of the 8 here. Or pardon me, the 6. Back towards the 8. Might have to draw it to avoid that.
If I'm not feeling too confident with the cut, I'd probably just go with the 1 past the 8. Would you consider going past the 8 here?
Sure, just because the 6-8 are kind of messing with the track of the cue ball, going in the side.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind doing that. It's almost a stop shot. Maybe stun over, but I don't think he has that much angle to stun over to the rail and back out. But you could be on that side. Yeah, here we go. Is that a green tip?
I didn't see the sides of the tip. Green chalk for sure.
Yeah, the tip
sides look green too, yeah.
Interesting. Maybe he chalks the whole tip. So would you draw over here, or would you kind of stun past the 10 and the rail?
I think just straight draw. Got nicely on the 3 there. Gonna have to put a bit of speed in this, but I feel like he has a full pocket for the 3.
Yeah, it's one of those shots where you think the 9 might come into play, but it really doesn't. And you really just have to pretend like it's not even there. To shoot the ball regular.
Using all the pocket, making sure to get past the 9, and he's in good line now. Bit of movement from 5 to 6. I think you wouldn't mind getting straight on the 5 here if you can.
Yeah, should be easy to get over there. 4 ball's pretty close to the rail, and he has a good amount of angle. Doesn't have to hit it too insanely hard. More of a stun right here. There's a half a tip of right. Okay. Going that way to get closer to the 5.
A little too much angle to draw up the right long rail. There is position outside the 8 coming back to the opposite side of the table. Got to be careful not to draw the ball too much here. Be tracking towards the corner pocket.
Oh. Still might be okay here.
Yeah, still okay.
Not ideal, though. He might have to come up and down and back out to the middle of the table, but he also might just float this in. What's your preference here?
Yeah, he's kind of on an in-between angle where he's got to overhit it a bit to go 2 rails, but at the same time, the pocketing angle is too tough to want to roll it, so I think he'll favor 2 rails here.
Hit it thick, and that's why the cue ball didn't take off as fast as he was trying, but still got a shot inside.
Yeah, I think he was playing that ball back in the corner. But as you said, the thickness of how he caught the angle slowed the cue ball down. Strong play from both players so far. Couple half mistakes in the first rack. Next 2 racks. Played very well. Always underdrawn this. It's all right.
Trying to let it stroke out there. Just got a little. Do you think he mishit the cue ball there, or did he just a little fast on the stroke?
Yeah, pocketing angle looked like he made it where he wanted, so I think just drew it a little less than expected. Nice smooth draw stroke there from Gorst.
Oh, that was pretty sweet.
Two 2-1 in the first set for Ouschan now. Both with about an equal amount of table time. Federer made a ball on the only break he's had in the set. Albin 1 for 2.
Did he just break that?
Did he? He's looking at
It
it.
looked like he just broke it.
Kind of a...
I heard it snap.
Huh?
I heard it snap.
Yeah, he kind of lifted his eyes like, geez, I just broke my extension. What a time. It's not like you carry a backup extension in your case either.
No, never.
Well, back to the old school for Federer. He'll have to be using the bridge if he needs one.
Wow.
Could have almost broke it and just react like, oh, geez, I almost broke it. We'll see.
See where this one ball goes.
Corner ball in the rack going directly in the corner. Made one in the side as well. Decently on the one.
Yeah, this isn't a bad combo here. He just aimed to overcut to the right of the pocket just a touch and put a good stroke on it.
3 passes the 9. Every ball has a pocket.
Mentally, what do you tell yourself on these cut shots, on these combos?
If I'm looking at this one, I'm just seeing the angle where I'm thinking if I overcut the pocketing angle a bit, should lead good into actually making the 5. I'm not really thinking about the 5. You can kind of use that strategy when the ball you're comboing into is close to the pocket.
Yeah, I think of it the same way. Pretend the pocket's a touch to the right.
Yep. Nice shot.
Beautiful shot there. You have to kind of come for the 3 in the left-hand side pocket. But is he a little too full on this ball to follow it?
Oh, he's okay in the corner. 3 passes the 9.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then never mind.
Back into the angle 1 rail. Seems a little concerned. You actually could be right. I thought there was room. But.
Yeah, he might be drawing this. And if he overdraws, he can play the 3 in the corner. Oh, wow. Not the side.
Stops just in time. Going to be a thin play here. Going to back off. Very high percentage.
He got him. He let him see the whole ball. When you're that close to a ball, though, it's hard to gauge the speed all the time. I think that was one of the first times I've seen him get up and kind of two-stroke a ball.
So Ouschan with a good chance to take rack number 4 here in a commanding lead in the first set.
Nice extension there from Alvin.
Plays with the short one on his cue permanently.
Just checking to see where his shirt's at to make sure he doesn't touch it. Foul. Yeah, pretty big swing here. Instead of tying it up 2-2, it should be 3-1 Albin. Very big swing.
Couple missteps from Federer in the games he's lost. Yeah, he's looking, I don't know if we can get a camera on him, but he's looking at his back of his cue. Might have just kind of stripped it. He's actually looking over into the stands. Maybe he thinks that he can get another one somewhere. And it's definitely a problem. You can see he's talking to one of his friends, almost saying like, can you go to one of the booths and get me another one?
Don't think it'll have the same tennis grip on it though.
Maybe just another extension to see if it'll fit.
But he doesn't play with the extension on normally, does he?
No, so it's not that. It's just to reach for the longer shots, but I guess when you're used to something, tough to deal with a change like that on the fly. Albin going from the middle here. Raise close bridge.
Oh, wow.
5-ball
wow,
goes.
giving himself a chance to run out. Hitting him like that.
Yeah, 5 balls came off the back row, straight in the corner pocket, fluked another ball.
If the 2-ball passes the 9, it might be worth the jump.
I think it's not clear whether he has enough of the 1 here. Could play a swerve, but he'd have to get the cue ball swerving pretty quickly. Federer looking at Albin to check out his body language, seeing if he has a chance to get back to the table or not.
Oh, wow.
Just went all out safe there.
Uh-oh.
Just going to have a kick at it. Cue ball's going the right way. Could track off into the corner, but more likely into the 6.
With how close the cue ball is to the rail, it's going to be slightly harder to gauge where he has to hit. He has to go a little lower on the rail than he normally would.
Yeah, he's using a kicking system there, measuring the distance of the 1 from the rail and taking that distance to the rail and out from it. Most players do that with their cue. He just did it with his hands there.
Getting close there, but didn't quite get it. And now I think Alvin will be playing a 110. But the 10 ball spots up.
Yeah, 10 ball, early 10s aren't a win in WPA rules.
So we'll still have to run the remaining balls on the table. Which also makes it a little easier to shoot, because if you miss, you're not guaranteed to lose the game right away.
Yeah, doesn't have to worry about hanging it or anything.
You might be aiming on the left side of the one here. Thin, but that's a lot of blue that you have to go through before hitting the one. It's tough to hit it accurately with a slow speed.
He's unsure here, but he's definitely called the 10. Didn't get it. Still life for Gorst in this set. Offering his hand in apology. Look for Gorst to come up with a strong save here.
You stick the one ball on the left. Oh, he's banking. He's banking it.
Yeah, he's down in the set. Similar to when he tried to bank on the one earlier in the set. He knows he's got to make something happen here. Getting low on his shot clock. Just missed by the smalls, the margins, and looks like he's going to leave it for Ouschan. No. Too close to the cue ball. So it's a big roll for Feder there.
Yeah, rolled up his sleeve and everything. I thought he was going to make it.
Yeah, usually that's a sign that he's getting down on the shot.
So he's going to hit this a little bit of left English, and hopefully that one ball goes near that diamond right there, and he can go behind the 3 or the 9. Good shot. Really good shot there.
Don't think Federer has enough of the 1 to jump it in. Immediately to the jump cue, though, so he might.
Jump kick it is, potentially.
Could cut it all the way down, but that's low percentage. Well, he's called it no, corner. Federer's playing aggressively here. I know what you mean about the jump kick. Tough to tell whether he has enough pocket for the 1. If he does, it'll still be a tough, slow roll over distance. He's getting up like he's going to pocket it.
Yeah, one ball here. Good follow through. Stay down through the shot. Wow.
Got it. Doesn't want to be over top of the 8. He's going to be. At least the position's natural. Only way he'd be able to miss this ball is if he's over top. Still, if he put a good stroke on it, the cue ball's moving the right way.
Yeah, it takes off his extensions whenever he's jacked up on the ball. Maybe for a better time with the transition.
Yeah, I never noticed that.
And he just took off his Predator extension.
Got it.
How clean was that ball hit?
Jasmine and here supporting her brother.
Wonder who she's rooting for.
I think long odds that it's not Albin.
Good there. Stun out to the middle of the table. It looks like he has all the hard planning out of the way.
Yeah, a big favor to take the first set down and the advantage going forward in this best of 5 sets quarterfinal.
A little straight on this, but can just draw back to where he is now. That was the pool player I was thinking about, keeping the left eye under, was Pia Filler.
Sure.
Remember watching her match the other day, and I was surprised by how different it was.
He's got something. He's got a makeshift one. He probably stripped the joint, so they're just looking at an adjustable one that he can put on the back if he absolutely needs it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the best bet.
Just kind of shows how these new school players. I'm showing my age here, not that I'm 65 or anything, but these new school players really rely on the extensions. I mean, for me, I would just use the bridge if I had to, because I've been I played for 20 years without, where that wasn't a thing.
No, yeah, I love using the bridge as well. I mean, I prefer that generally. But if you had an extension, I don't think there's anything you couldn't reach.
Yeah, well, it's not. I can reach a lot without without it, anyways.
I might take my extension out and then have to go put it back because I need the bridge anyway.
Looked like that one didn't fit, so Federer's going to have to be using the bridge here if he needs it.
Remember one of my guys I used to play pool with when I was growing up, he used to always say, just play a better position.
Right.
I was like, what if someone leaves me there? So, well, then they made a good shot.
Oh, yeah.
The cheater stick, as the amateurs call it.
Could just be like buffaloes and be able to climb on the table.
Yeah. Yeah. It's cool every now and then, but it's a little overused at the actual place.
Yeah.
Like you're matching up, you leave someone in the stack playing one pocket, and they just get on the table, totally disregarding your whole reason for leaving them there,
Well, that's the reason they have that rule, because they play a lot of one pocket there, and it comes up where it's tough to bridge over the balls. It's kind of an interesting house rule they have.
It's like using bumpers in bowling.
Sure. Gorst 100% on his 2 breaks in the first set. Albin coming in at 67%. Very few missed shots, only 1 each side. Really the turning point for Federer was when he played safe on the 3 and left Albin a shot. Big shot in that first set. Federer will be looking to get his safety efficiency up a bit. Down at 57%. About equal in the table time. So kind of a surprising result on the score line, being equal time at the table.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to one of the booths and asking them to retap it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, he wouldn't have enough time. If I was him, I'd just accept it like I was talking about. You got to use the bridge, right? But again, these newer, younger players, they rely on the extension. Not that he can't shoot a shot with the bridge, but he just feels uncomfortable with it, I guess. To the point where he told someone to go get me another one, but we could see it didn't fit. The one that he brought didn't fit. It's cute.
Yeah, they're made for regular size handles, and he has a crazy wrap on his that makes it real thick. I mean, it's just, I think you just got to use the bridge. I think it's pretty simple. And then on top of that, if you just accept it, if you just accept the fact that you're going to have to use the bridge, it's going to be a lot less scary and you won't let it get in your head.
Sure, yeah.
Instead of trying to worry about trying to get something else, just use the bridge, accept it, and just be okay with it. And yeah, that's the only way you can do it, right? Mentally.
Albin going right after the
Wow.
break here, making 3 balls right on the 1.
See, this is how I was saying everyone should break.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it has offensive dividends, no doubt. It's a little harder to execute, but all these guys are good enough to hit it at a high level. Straight on the 1, no problems in the rack.
Yeah, Federer's going to have to change strategies on the break, in my opinion, because he could break just as well as him, maybe better, from the middle. Now let's see if he gets to the table if he keeps breaking like this.
Sure, he won't.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just follow this up for the 6, come over for the 7 to the side. Probably not the 8 in the side, probably shoot the 8 where the 6 is going. But, I mean, if you have breaks like this, it's almost more pressure because you're supposed to get out.
I think just getting close to the 7 here, there'll be lots of positional options towards the 8. Thinking about purposely leaving himself the 3 rail angle, which can be a good strategy as well.
No, maybe he's coming on the other side of the 8.
Yeah, you know, I thought just getting close to it like this was okay. Can still draw straight back.
Albin's looking really composed this tournament. And he looks like he's just taking what everything gives him and just going through the motions.
Yeah, when he gets near the end, you know, he knows how to close the deal. So maybe not one of the most consistent finishers on tour, but one of those guys that doesn't finish in the quarterfinals, semifinals as much, kind of gets all the way through when he's playing well.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. You know, he's not a, I don't mean to be mean by saying this, but it's either like a 3 and out kind of person or he's going to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't want that to sound mean or anything, but it's just what I've noticed. He either goes, you know, final or, you know, not amazing.
Yeah.
What do you think that is?
I think he's just a little hard on himself sometimes, and he gets in spots where it can snowball for him. But like a real winner, and when he's feeling good, knows how to execute. Of course, the same can be said about Federer, a little more consistent overall. But no reason this match can't be close. Great to watch these players in high pressure situations like this.
Looks like he's putting a touch of left on it. Am I wrong?
Yeah, just getting a little closer to the 10.
Oh, wow.
Surprising miss there from Ouschan. Something he didn't feel quite comfortable about. Was feathering for a long time over the ball.
Yeah, Federer with a chance to get back in this.
Going to power follow this ball. I think you got to elevate too much to draw it. Just getting down, seeing if he has the following angle. He's got it. Still a tough shot. A lot of power over distance. Nice hit, center pocket. Cue ball perfect. So Federer back in the match now. Big miss there from Ouschan. Could have really took control of this second set and the overall match. Back to 1-1 now. Oh, he's got another one. Is that the same one? He's really worried about it. He's just saying that I'm not using the bridge. I need some kind of extension.
It's interested in me how that might be his kryptonite mentally. How he's so good mentally, but he's really worried about this for some reason.
Sabotage his extension. Nobody's really found out a way to beat him. No, it's not fitting.
Yeah. Let's see if he switches to the more of a middle traditional 10-ball break here. He might not be. He might just be going from the side again.
Yeah, I think he has to stick with what's working for him. It has worked up until this point in the tournament. There almost goes the 1. 2's in.
Where's the last ball rolling?
It got him, I think. It's close. Take a look at his body
language.
Oh, he's fine.
You give him a little smirk.
Yeah, like I thought he wasn't going to get away with it, but he did.
He's glad he's close to the rail, so he doesn't need an extension.
That's right. Don't put him on any extension shots. Maybe Albin can even think about that on his safes or something.
Just whisper it in his ear as he's about to pass you. Scare him a little bit. I'm joking. Hopefully everyone knows I'm joking. A little bit of draw or a stop there, but create a little distance from the 3 and the cue ball so you're not right on it. Just like that. 4 in the same pocket as the 3. You hit it hard enough there?
Yeah, I think with some left he can hold. Wants to avoid moving the cue ball towards the 8-10. Staying in line well here. Soft draw for the 6 in the opposite corner pocket. Kind of drawing towards the 7. I'm sure he'll figure something out. Pocketing's pretty easy. Can target different parts of the pocket to get the cue ball where he wants.
Yeah, I was going to say, might as well just stop it there or drop back a touch and just play the natural angle from the 7, draw up for the 8. It really just depends on the player and their preference.
Yeah, the stronger you are in your pocketing, the more you can shoot shots like the 7 into the corner here.
Have to go to that rail, let your stroke out a bit, and maintain that angle on the 8 to the 9. Yeah, pretty sweet there.
Good angle to come up the right side of the table. Just get close to the 9. Kind of in between where he's got the punch off the rail.
Yeah, I like drawing this for the 10 in the lower left hand personally, but I think I'm going to learn something here because if he punches it, it's probably the correct shot, right? For me. That was probably the correct shot. I've been doing it wrong. Good call, Eric.
It was close. And Feder with a break and run now. 2-1 ahead.
Yeah, that one ball rattled in the side and spit out a little bit. Do you aim to cut the ball a little more?
Yeah, he's got to find a way to make the 1. I mean, he's getting it going close to the side. He's looking for that perfect recipe where it actually does go in. Misspoke on the score line, pardon me. It's 2-0 for Gorst in this second set.
better to take on the break. Up 2-0. Race to 4. He's looking to push this to a third set. He's looking to extend this match. Free ball on the side. Wow, Eric.
Yeah, one didn't go, but pushed another ball in the pocket. Didn't get on the one this time.
Oh, he definitely got on the one.
Yeah.
What would you do here?
Don't see anything yet. I mean, you can cut the one to the left and try to get the cue, use the 10 as a blocker. Might be hard to get the cue ball far enough towards the corner pocket on that shot. Not sure what he was thinking about with the elevation.
Yeah, I have no clue. I mean, would you consider a push here?
I think he was. Might be able to just get the cue ball traveling forward enough that he can use the 10. Good shot.
Yeah, there's not much you could do there. Try to keep it simple and just maintain the upper hand for now.
Yeah, I think he knew that shot was there from the beginning, but he was just considering something a little more aggressive. Didn't want to leave Alvin the obvious kick safe here.
Yeah. You're trying to go under the 10 here, send the one ball towards the side pocket, and if it doesn't go in, it's probably going to go in between the 6.
Not in, pretty thin over the side.
Yeah, not sure if he can attack here with keeping the position on the 2, but if he hits it on the thicker side and goes behind the 6, that might be the only safety option here. So he's probably just going to go for it. And maybe try to run to the 6.
Yeah, that's an option if he thinks he can't slow the cue ball down. He'll know being over the shot. Did.
Like
Wrist the scratch. Turned out well for him.
Come up one rail. Make sure that you do not get hooked on the 9 here. That's the biggest thing about this shot. Or jacked up over the 6.
Six only plays into the long pocket with it, but the 5 is in perfect position to get there. So really just 2 to 4, 2 to the 4 to the 5 here. Got nice and close to it. Should be okay now.
Yeah, beautiful shot there. You drawing to the left or the right of the 9?
Looks like enough angle to go to the right of it. Straighter you are on the 5, the better it'll play for the 6.
Hold that sleeve up again to let everyone know it was game time.
Yeah, I wonder if it's almost something about, like, he's worried about it contacting another ball. Or
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
yeah.
Because then he puts it right back down. But it's funny to think the way I thought about it for a second. Maybe he's just telling everyone he's going to run out, you know? Probably not, Chris. Probably not. Jasmine's watching more intently than Albin is. Stun out for the 7. Put a good stroke on it. Beautiful shot. Now draw it to the middle of the table, some low right.
Yeah, good control here from Federer in the second set. That one missed 9 by Albin. Hasn't been back to the table since. Not with anything offensive.
Yeah, the pool gods do that to you sometimes. He comes back so far on that stroke, comes almost out of his bridge. The timing is so smooth, it's works for him.
Yeah, same style that Ronnie O'Sullivan uses for those of you that watch snooker. All the way back to the bridge on the backstroke, using the bridge length as a guide for how long his stroke's going to be.
And they both do it well.
Federer hasn't made the one on the break, but he is making balls.
Oh, this guy offered him to use his cue. That's hilarious.
He couldn't be switching butts.
No way. He won't. No way he's switching butts just because of an extension. Oh, it's just if he has to use it, he can switch the shaft onto that.
Wow, he really wants that extension.
I just don't get that. And then he's going to be wanting 10% for helping him, you know? Or at least a shout out on Facebook. Maybe a signed cue ball. I don't know.
Well, I guess he has his extension now and he's smiling about it. He needs it. I don't know.
Yeah, hey Federer, here's my warped league cue. Would you like to use it? It has an extension.
Well, I mean, you can read it however you want. Maybe he just prefers, he wants to have that option if he needs it. But imagine that you're kind of taking your focus off breaking. You know, the guy hands you a cue, your mind's somewhere else, and now you got to go up and break, and randomly you don't make a ball. I don't know. Maybe we're reading into it too much. I'm not sure, but it's just, for me, I would have let it go and used the bridge.
What if it's like 25 ounces? This is way different. You know, you never know. It's just I'd rather just use a bridge. I don't know.
Got a good lead in the second set here, though. One more chance. And he'll be able to even the set score line. Albin will be happy to get back to the table with something offensive here.
Does it go on the side? It must. If he's, or did he overhit it?
Doesn't look happy with it.
He doesn't look happy when he's playing pool for the most part, so that might not be a tell. Very focused, stoic demeanor for the most part. When he's playing his best, he keeps it real poker face.
Room for the 2. 4 is close to going in the opposite side pocket past the 5. It's the shot he'll want ideally. Feeling it doesn't go, he can draw into it. It goes, he's okay.
Yeah, very sweetly hit there. Really good timing on that one. Perfect cue ball path. You stun under the 8, or do you follow? Yeah, the stun under the 8.
Yeah, I think he's got a little too much angle to follow here, so he'll be playing over on the left side of the table.
Went the extra rail. Went the extra rail. Wow.
Wanted to make sure he got past the 8 there.
Smart decision.
You can go 3 rails around, avoiding the 10 off the second rail. Playing the 7 into the bottom right. Smallest chance of scratching 2 rails on the side, but I think he'll play long of it. Not sure yet, considering all his options. Kind of surprised he just didn't continue the track around the 7, but there's something he didn't like about that, possibly the scratched. Cue ball's going the wrong way now. Have to put some speed into this, playing into the side pocket.
Very, very touchy shot here. Has to hit it pure.
Nice stroke. He's back in line now. Middle straight here, so you see him with a bit of body language. Gonna have to accept the distance. Well, I think we're gonna see Albin go from the middle again, considering the results he had the last time he was there.
Yeah, you figure you have to go for it again the same way after you make 3 balls in the break and have a shot in the 1.
It's 3-1 now, second set. Ouschan has 1 set under his belt. So best of 5 sets. Quarterfinals of the World 10-Ball Championships. Great action here from the Rio Hotel. Predator World 10-Ball Championships. Sponsored by Medalla Light. Rums of Puerto Rico, Yaling Tables, Kamui. Albin stepping over to the middle. Going to stay with this offense break here. Pop, 2 is going, 4 goes. Nice thing about that middle table break is you can get the 1 tracking to exactly where it is now. The cue ball ended up on one of the only places on the table where he can't make it. But you can get that angle where the 1's coming straight back off the rack and kind of dressing up over the corner.
Yeah, hard to argue with that. I mean, I don't mind the bank here.
Think you can avoid the double kiss?
Yeah, because these tables bank a little on the shorter side for sure. I think it might. It's a little bit of speed and a little bit of high right. It might shorten it up to be pretty good with a decent amount of speed.
Just called it, so I think it's worth the risk here.
Use a little bit of stun. Maybe go towards that 3.
Kiss, gonna leave it. Yep, this is gonna be a chance for Federer to win the second set of the match. Cue ball's gonna be running into the 7, so he has to think about what parts of the 7 are gonna help him get on the 2. Kind of running into the middle of it. If you draw and get to the top side of it, you're moving the cue ball towards the 6-9. Not straightforward here. I think you just trying to play the cue ball off the 7 in between the 6 and the rail. Then you're heading towards the 3-5. Tougher than it looks here. Thought about that as well. Good shot. Nicely managed by Gorst there. Has to decide if he wants to play the combo now. Looking looking at maybe getting into the short side of the 3.
Yeah, might have to be forced to shoot the combo here if he wants to extend the run. Do you like cutting this in the lower left-hand corner?
Not really, because you're going to lose the cue ball too much. Can't hit it with enough speed.
Freeze him on the 5. Maybe it's kind of tough to play that shot, though. Jacked up.
Looks like he's just going to back off here. Guaranteed safe. Albin have a half chance at playing a kick safe here.
Yeah, no reason to go for that if you're Federer when you're up 3-1.
Yeah, score lines dictates the decisions you're going to make in those spots as well. If he was down, maybe you'd consider being more aggressive there.
So just going one rail. Federer didn't like to leave that 3-ball even closer to the rail because it's easier to kick. So leave it out a little more, make him go 1 instead of 2.
Try. How's it going to end up?
Oh, I think he's okay. No.
Rack's looking pretty good now. Just the 10 ball. The 9 is nice and close to the area where he needs to play position. Bit of work to do. I thought that's the 5 on the right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ideally, would like to be straight in on the 5. This works too.
Well, promised to be a close one here. Federer looking to equal the set score line. He'll be on level terms if he's able to get through these 5 balls.
Yeah, beautiful drag draw stroke there from Federer to hold the cue ball for the 6. I think he can pop off this rail a touch. He might. Is he following 2 rails? Oh, he aims higher and goes a touch lower on almost everything.
Yeah. Most good players do the opposite. It's actually tough to execute that stroke cleanly.
Yeah, so this is the key position zone here from the 8 to the 9 after he makes this, because how you get on the 9 depends how hard of a shot the 10 is. So looks like he's playing for the side. So if he gets straight in on this 10, he can follow the rail and play the 10 in the bottom right corner, but otherwise he'll have to shoot it in the top right corner. Which would you prefer?
Gonna favor the close pocket here, trying to get an angle on the 9 where he can just roll through. It's a little too, it's close. I think he's okay. Kind of straight in where he doesn't really play either way.
It's kind of on the weird. He might have to stun this forward and play the 10 in the opposite corner.
Oh, he's having a look at it. Really unfortunate angle here. I'm sure he'll deal with it. A little bit of extra thought put into the position here. Good shot.
Oh, boy. Beautiful shot there. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Now to close out the set here. Wow. What a second set there from Federer to come back to 1-1 in sets.
Just one mistake from Albin on the 9 and it turned everything in that set. Both players look like they're going to take a quick break here. We'll take a quick break as well. Stick with us here. Quarterfinals of the World Championship. Best of 5 sets tied at 1 set each. We'll be back soon. Back to the action here. Gorst with the first break in the 3rd set. 80% success rate on the break so far. Not quite getting the one on the side, but definitely good enough to stick with the same approach. And it's just getting kicked out on the way. Didn't fluke one in this time. And then Ouschan will have the first look here in the 3rd set.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm Gorst, I'm definitely, if Albin runs this out and then I get another chance to break, I might just be going from that middle where he has so much success at.
Yeah, it's definitely something to think about.
I mean, if you're getting the same rack every time, then you could adjust from the, you know, where you're hitting from the side rail. But when it's random like this and hand rack, it's, I think you just need to hit him hard from the place Albin's been hitting him, because he's been going at least one of the balls the correct way is going towards a pocket.
Right.
And then, you know, giving himself a better chance, in my opinion.
Yeah, well, you got to, I guess if you're breaking from the side rail, you got 3 balls you can possibly make, the 2 corner balls, 4 rails, and the 1. But you got to realize if you're breaking from the middle, there's still 6 balls that are reasonably wired towards pockets. You only got to make 1 of them. Good hold there from Ouschan.
Do you hold this in between the 9-10?
If you can.
There's a little too much angle. I think he might be able to.
I think he's an extension. His extension, so he's not quite sure about it. Did he draw it enough?
I don't think he got there.
Yeah, he's got the right edge, but not able to pocket it in the side, I don't think.
The look at the ceiling is a giveaway from him, generally.
Good play. He's only jumping over half ball. It is possible to jump this ball in. Have to get up and down quickly. Just going to back off, play the cue ball maybe behind the 5. 6 is kind of in the way of that track. Behind the 7 maybe.
Have his countrymen rooting him on. Mario He, Max Lechner,
Yeah,
and of course his sister.
Yeah, they're a strong team. They travel a lot together and support each other whenever they're playing matches.
I really enjoy seeing that, especially from the Polish players. They all kind of, when they're not doing anything, they're always watching and sweating their friends, which I think is awesome.
Looks like Gorst has the left edge here, and he's going to take a shot at pocketing this 3. Cue ball's playing back into a danger zone. Just looking to see if he can maybe hit the 8 off 3 rails. This is high-level calculation here.
Undercut it. Scratch.
Yeah, undercut it so the cue ball took a different track. Left it reasonably open. Like just playing this with a bunch of draw and trying to hold for the side.
Yeah, I think that's the move here. Would you play in the left corner, though? I personally like the left corner instead of the right. He's playing in the right, but...
Yeah, my first intuition would be right, but I know what you mean. It's more of an open pocket going to the left. They had to power at it.
Oh, wow.
Nice shot.
He let it stroke out there. That's awesome. He run into the under the 8 here? No, he looks a little straight on this. Might have to choose distance so he can see the 5. Draw back quite a bit. Clear the 7 in between the 7-10. Oh, he overdrew that one.
Yeah. He's playing well, but just a couple mistakes here and there in these short races that really have to be, can't be happening if he wants to have positive things going forward in this match.
Yeah, I think the shot clock scared him a bit there.
Really?
On
Yeah.
his timing, just a touch.
Right in the backstroke. Looks like he's just going to tie something up here. Oh, he had the rail.
Not a bad recovery shot there.
Yeah, looks like full coverage from the 10.
Wow.
Nice shot.
Beautiful shot there. I'm going with the jump cue. Wow. I'm interested to see what he calls on these jumps because I don't see a. I mean, he might be going to jump safe.
I think he is off the left edge of it, trying to track the cue ball towards the 7-8.
See, not understanding what he's going to do here means I need to practice my jumps. He just killed that ball right on the rail like that. Beautiful shot. I think he left it though.
Yeah, Albin's going to have a chance here.
But Federer gave himself a chance by leaving that cue ball so close to the rail, if not frozen. Hard to cue like this.
Got to kind of angle your stroke down a bit so you can shoot down into the cue ball slightly.
Yeah, see if Albin can recompose himself and get through the ball.
Nice shot. A lot of distance on the 6 here. Going to have to power up to get back towards the 7. Could consider going forward. A little less power on that shot. If he doesn't get perfect on the 7 going forward, he can always play safe behind the 8. Going to draw it.
Didn't really get into that one as much as he thought.
Yeah, under drawn, cue ball's definitely running into the 8 here. Gonna have to think about ways where they can control the 8.
Yeah, they're both getting a touch sloppy this last rack. But it's expected when it's tied in sets. It's the last set. Pressure is getting a little more and more as it goes on. Pretty sweet there.
Yeah, couldn't control that one much better.
He double kissed the 8 with the cue ball and have it popped out. That was pretty sweet. Just kind of stun off this rail here. Nice shot there. Just following this for the 10 and the side right by him. Just like that. First game of the 3rd set. Eric, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm favoring the breaker, especially when it's Albin, to win this set at least. Albin back to the middle here. Just decided that he's going to put it all in going forward in this tournament. Kind of what Catchy did the year he won it. Almost lost the cue ball on the side. 2 ball slides in. Nothing offensive on the 1, but should have a good chance at safe here.
What if the 6-3 combo goes to 1-6-3? It might.
Yeah.
Head it that way.
Yeah, he called it. Good spot there.
To go up 2-1 in sets out of 5 would be pretty good.
Big advantage going forward mentally. Kind of a free roll in the 4th set. He's not quite sure here. He might have to throw the 3. Could be playing into the long rail. Has to consider how he wants to control the 1 as well. Nicely done. So Albin looking to extend his lead here in the 3rd set. Nothing to really stop him here.
Yeah, pretty sweet on this ball. Just have to keep it simple. Not do anything crazy. Every game counts from here on out, for sure.
Gonna have to punch at the 6 a bit here. It'll be okay. Might be straight enough to just hold for the 7. Accepts the angle on the 7. A little too straight to create any angle going to the right.
He should be good here, though. Good cue delivery there. You go up 1 rail, or do you go 2 rails out?
If you can hit it with straight follow, I think 1 rail's okay. If you have to play any inside, I think I'd favor going around 2 rails. Adding a bit of outside, especially when there's so much room to move the cue ball, is always beneficial.
I think I'll play the 10 ball in the lower right-hand corner.
Good call.
Thank you. Had to redeem myself for saying 3 sets.
So Ouschan, 2-0 lead now. Looking strong on the break. Coming with a break and run here. Looking to maybe run the set out. That'll be his goal. Ouschan coming in at 83% break success. Oh, average of over 1 ball pocketed per break. He's only missed 3 shots in the 3 sets. Gorst has only missed 2. Lost the cue ball a bit. He thought he was going to get kicked in. Nothing down. Part about breaking from the middle, if you don't hit it square, you're going to give yourself less of a chance to make anything. Didn't leave the 1. Gorst will at least be back at the table here. Cut the 1 into the 4 and play the cue ball behind the 5. Hopefully it'll make the 4.
Hopefully it'll make the cue ball.
That too.
I wouldn't mind hitting it with a little bit of high right and coming behind the 7 potentially. Oh yeah, he hit that amazing.
Nice shot, back into the angle. Close enough that he can't jump at it.
He said jump that.
Yeah. Albin won't be on anything really planned here. Just calling the 4. Low percentage chance to play it in off the 6.
Would you be going 2 rails at this?
You could, but there's a big risk of a scratch in that spot. Maybe the cue ball hits the 4 and can't scratch. right. He went underneath it, and the cue ball caught the 4. Nice return there from Albin. Just when I thought he had no chance at any kind of kick save, he comes up and gets Federer just as bad as he was, if not worse than he was on the last shot.
Yeah, he might have to jump kick at this ball. Unless Jesus Atencio taught him how to triple jump.
Jump kick here, tough shot.
And with that speed, you might hit the 1 and scratch in the right-hand corner. Make solid contact. It's a tough ask. Would you rather try to tie up a ball here? Maybe push the 4 towards the 9 or something like that?
You could.
Which way is he going?
Oh, you can short ramp.
Oh, wow.
Got out of it. What an what a 3-shot exchange here from these two champions. And this is what world-class pool is all about. You play those shots against any kind of even 700 Fargo level player, you're probably going to win the game right away.
That was wild exchange there. He might just try to hit this on the... He called it just in case, but he might hit this a little thick with the kick and try to put the 1 behind the 2 and the cue ball behind on the other side. Don't get hooked.
He's perfect as well.
Wow. Beautiful stroke. Beautiful shot.
Never see a reaction out of him. Just makes nice shots and it's kind of like, okay, what do I got to do now?
Yeah, he's mad he didn't get perfect. Like you said, probably sometimes a little bit too much of a perfectionist.
Yeah.
Take it easy on himself every now and then, right? I mean, you're up 2-0 with a chance to run out.
Did okay there. Could have been worse. Too much angle. Gonna have to see if he can hold the cue ball for the 4 here. Shot. Ran into the 9 purposely to hold angle for the 4. And Ouschan a favorite to go up 3-0 here in this second set. Federer hasn't had much. Tried a couple nice, open with a nice safe in this rack, but Ouschan was able to defend with a great kick safe on second inning.
Side pocket it is. Stop there for the 7-8 combo. Kind of hard to control.
Yeah, it's pretty straight to be able to move to the right enough to play the 7 in the bottom right.
I don't think he would rather shoot the combo. I'm not sure if he'd rather shoot the combo, but I think this might be the shot instead of trying to do too much here. Now I'd be drawing this back for the 7 in the top right corner. Or punching out. He has a slide angle.
Yeah, decided he wanted to avoid the combo. Good shot.
Yeah, good speed there. Beautiful shot there. Gonna have to draw back slightly further than where he is now with the cue ball. Or where he is now is okay. following this.
Surprised he's not drawing this ball. Felt the cue ball was just going a little too far to the right, but that's what can happen when you follow that ball. Still going to be a reasonable execution here, but wanted to be better.
Gonna come 2 rails.
Good shot. Straight in on the 10. Strong set here from Ouschan, looking to extend his set lead to 2-1 in this best of 5 sets match.
Yeah, we haven't had a close set so far.
Yeah, both players kind of running with the advantage when they get it. Other semifinal score lines, 1 set each between Alawadi and Oy. Grave is up 1-0 over Ruiz. Looks like Ruiz just won the 2nd set. So they'll be tied at 1-1. Beato up 2-1 over Koping Chung. Koping Chung coming with another deep run here. He's had a great year. US Open champion, Qatar Open champion. Done well in many matchroom events. Oh, he lost it this time. How's the rack gonna look for Federer? He seems okay with it. Yeah, everything's open. So short races. Never know. Federer could make a real, could lock him out for a few games and make it close here. Hasn't shot for a few games offensively, so he'll be looking to get his feel back in the run-up department.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not sure if I'm a huge fan of rolling this in. I mean, he might be just straight enough toward it's okay, but
He might be able to draw at it, just hit it slightly more aggressively.
I never know where he's going to hit with English-wise, so it's tough to tough to know. But good shot there. Definitely a must-win rack for Federer. Give himself a chance in this 3rd set.
Is that like a homemade wrap on his cue? Kind of like hockey tape almost?
Maybe it's a tortilla. You never know. No, I think it's the same thing Earl uses.
Like a tennis wrap?
Something like that, yeah. Filler is the same way. He just added one of those grips as well. They all laughed at Earl.
That's right.
Now they're all using them.
Same with the longer cues. Earl was the first one.
Now he's using a regular cue again. They called me crazy. Now they're all using them. 8-ball on the side, left-hand side, or do you come out a different way? What's your preference?
As long as the cue ball's not, yeah, it looks like he's going to go around. Cue ball's tracking a little too far left to play it in the corner.
Might come a little too tight here. Oh, that's good.
Better staying in line as expected in this 4th rack.
Heck of an attempt. Heck of a shot.
See if he decides to move to the middle here on his first break in a while. He's could be 0 for his last 3, 0 for his last 2 for sure.
Yeah, I think a change is needed. At least try it once this time and just see what happens. And that might be the spark that he needs to win the set.
I wonder if he'd be worried about changing the strategy because Ouschan is on the hill. If he'd want to wait kind of in a spot where it might not mean the whole set. Interesting the different strategies that go into breaking though when you don't have a template rack. They're not trying to, they need to adapt. You know, maybe he'll just go to cutting it a little more here, sticking to the side rail, but taking a little more cut at it.
Yeah, maybe so.
Did cut at it. 10 ball goes. Looks like a shot on the 1. It's close. Yeah, he likes it. So Federer mounting his comeback charge here in the 3rd set. This format definitely includes a lot of drama. Players never out of it, especially these top players that are breaking run threats at any time.
Yeah, I feel like you have to use a little bit of left English and come in between the rail and the 2 instead of just floating in between the 5 and the 2.
I agree, as long as you're not going to overthrow the 1. Just got to make sure you have enough thickness on the 1.
Also, I know this sounds weird, but I might actually even not be mad at him just trying to run into the 2. And if he doesn't, he doesn't. But the ball, focusing on making the 1 ball is the most important part there.
Just got around it.
Now drawing between the 7-4. Just past the 7 here. Just like that. Beautiful shot.
It's in good line now. Not much to do for the rest of the rack. Still taking his time though. Knowing he's in a spot to try and win the world title. Knows that really the only movement is in these next 3 shots, so not afraid to use his extension. He really wanted the angle to move up table towards the 5. Didn't want to deal with any kind of angles on the 5 going to the corner pocket. Seemed okay, but he likes the 5 on the side more, so just figured out a pattern where he can execute that.
I felt like going forward 2 rails unnecessary, bringing in the 10 ball into the equation if you hit it slightly off.
Yeah, he just didn't want to get any off angles on the 5 in the corner. Knew that he'd have more chance to not get in weird spots if you played the 5 in the side.
Also, maybe a chance to let your stroke out and not try to baby it.
That's why I took the extra time on the 3, though.
A little bit of
just straight enough where he's not moving up table.
a little bit of stop, maybe drop back a touch. I think he's looking good this rack though.
What a performance this would be if he ran the set out off one breaking mistake from Albin. He's a third of the way there to doing that. Halfway if you include the first run out.
Yeah, nice cue ball there. Drop back for the 10 in the opposite pocket. Opposite corner here.
Federer Gorst not laying down in the second set. 3-2 now. One set each in the overall score set line. Federer's safety efficiency is still a little down. It's at 60%. Ouschan's at 70%. About equal in the shots after the break category. Right around 50% in both of those.
Yeah, this is a really, really big set. To go up 2-1 in sets would be a very big advantage, to say the least.
Cut the last break a little bit. Look for him to do the same here. He did. One almost flew in the corner.
Where's that cue ball going? Almost get on the 6. All right.
Did. Look, yeah.
Saved him from a good chance for a run out from Albin.
I think he'll stay away from a push to a jump here. One's too far from the pocket.
I know Albin jumps really well, but it's tough to want to push to a jump with Federer.
That's right. Yeah, it'd have to be, I guess, if you were to do it, it'd be on a tougher one like this.
Yeah.
Just not enough value in it, though. You can't really get position on the 2. I mean, you might be able to bank the 2 in the side. That's about it.
Maybe you just push near the 3 and just deal with whatever safety puts you in.
Gonna try to leave him the right edge only here. I think Federer will give that one back. No.
The whole ball.
On the rail. Smart shot. Any kind of follow doesn't lead into good position on the 2.
He might be able to bend this with follow. I've seen him practice this shot quite a bit.
Super tough when you're off the rail. Slow roll leads into a bank, gives it back. Good push there from Albin. Giving himself a chance to still be in the rack. Nothing crazy tough here. Federer just making the decision to let Albin back in.
I think you might have to just play the 1. Yeah, I think that's where he's going there. He's just trying to play the cue ball into the 5, I believe. But when you're on the rail like this, it's really tough to have that extra English and keep it controlled.
Good shot.
Might have gotten away with it there. Good shot.
Let Federer jump. And is a strong enough jumper to make shots like this? I'd put him under 50%. But if there's anyone that would be close to 50% here, it's Federer. Enough for him to cue down on the ball and draw at it.
Wow. Wow.
I mean, you're going to see that on the reels. It just can't be hit any better than that. Great shot. What a weapon that is for Gorst. And this is what we were talking about. He couldn't even really push into a jump like that. You know, try to find a way around it. Ended up putting him in a similar spot, and Gorst still came with it.
Oh.
Good
That'll
result there.
do.
Yeah.
That'll do. Look at him cracking a smile, knowing that he might have gotten away with one right there.
Yeah, tried to follow the ball a little more than he did. Rack's looking good. Got to avoid the 7 coming up table here. Could choose to just draw it and ensure that he avoids it. If he knows the cue ball's tracking close to it, be okay. It's a good shot.
I remember Nick Varner telling me about how well Efren kicked balls. Sometimes you just rather let him see it.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's sometimes the case for Gorst. We just let him see it sometimes.
Two rails across into the angle here. And what a set we have going for you guys. No give up in either player. Extremely high level pool.
Yeah, beautiful stroke there, maintaining the angle from the 6 to the 7. And he should be in a good route here. Go to the 7 in the top left corner with a little bit of follow. Do you think he has to stun to the other side, or do you think he can just follow?
Looks like the natural angle is okay.
Yeah, looking good here. I think definitely don't want to get too straight from the 8 to the 9, but I think he's in a good spot.
Federer's still dealing with a bit of inconsistency on the break. But if he's stuck with it this long, I think he'll stick with the same here going on the hill.
Come out to the diamond above the side pocket. And just follow down for the 10. Looking pretty solid here. Try to tie this up and break for the set.
Yeah, big point in the match coming up here. A little straight, but he'll just accept being on the rail with the 10.
Yeah, the last thing you want to do is overfollow this. Open up that corner pocket to the cue ball. That's no good. Like that.
It's okay.
Oh, my Zoe mama.
Oh, Federer Gorst coming back from a 3-0 scoreline. Leveling the third set here at 3 each. 1 set each in the overall scoreline. Best of 5 sets. Great match we have going for you here. World title on the line.
And hopefully Albin can overcome that bad break up 3-0.
Yeah,
I think mentally he's still thinking about it a little bit.
Yeah, Federer doesn't have a big break and run percentage in the 3 sets. Might be around 20 to 30%. So Albin's got to be ready for a chance here. Federer kind of pumping himself up on the break here. Kind of a little let's go mentally. Put some more speed in that one.
Yeah, maybe that might be the key because Albin's been hitting him. He's been crushing them.
Well, he'll take note of that because the 1 went straight in the side there. The 1 finally beat all the rest of the balls and didn't get kicked away from the pocket. Better news for Federer is that he's right on the 2 ball.
He's already down on the shot. I don't see that often from him, so he's getting a little pep in his step for sure.
Yeah.
He's running to the 8, but you have to make sure you don't come off the 8 and then go right behind the 6. He had to hit it with enough pace, but not too much.
I think he might be able to play straight through it. Regardless, yeah, being aware of the sixes. A little straighter than he'd like. If he has any angle going to the right, he'll be okay. Taking a look at how much room he has past the 9 here. What's he worried about over there, where the 8 is? Yeah, thinking if he's going to play the 5 off the 8. So he feels okay going towards the 4 here, thinking about the 5 already.
He took a few less practice strokes on those than he normally does. I think he's starting to feel a little more, get into a rhythm.
Could be the pressure as well. Kind of not rushing, but just doesn't want any negative thoughts coming into his head. Wow, he's close to the 8 there. Ref's right down on it. How's the 8 looking? Is it available on the side? If it's not, he can play it all the way up in the long pocket.
Yeah, I don't even like messing with that. I like just making it in the corner right by the 9.
What a comeback this would be for Gorst in the second set here.
Yeah, this would be definitely bad news for Albin, but he could definitely come back if he composes himself mentally.
Hasn't really done anything wrong. Just a couple break-in runs from Feder. Scratched on the break at up 3-0. Wouldn't think it would cost him this much.
Yeah, and then also he has to kind of realize that. I'm sure he does.
Yeah.
He didn't do anything crucially wrong where he could have obviously done something better. It's more of just went sideways a few times and not much he can do.
Strong play from his opponent. Can see Feder exhaling a little bit. He's not on a good angle here.
Uh-oh. We might see him draw this back all the way up.
He's on such little angle, it seems like he's going to have to use a lot of power whatever he does. I don't like playing into the short side of it. There's not enough room there.
Yeah, I think he's drawing this.
Yeah. If he catches it too thick, there's a slight chance to draw straight back in the corner.
He might be able to follow this and play to hit the point and pop out, but I don't think it's there.
He's following.
Might do it. Oh, wow.
Never thought of that track. He did. Nice shot.
Beautiful shot there.
Oh,
this is
he needs the extension. I don't want to talk too loud. He's close to us, but
yeah, let's just. I'm gonna be quiet until the shot ends.
ran into the 10, but he's okay. A little thin, not over yet.
And he asked the ref before he did that if it would be a foul if he changed shafts, because that's generally a foul sometimes, right, in certain situations. So I don't know.
I'll comment on that in a second.
Hill.
Gorst with the full comeback. What an effort in the third set here.
Wow.
2 break-in runs. A lot of just offensive play, and Ouschan shaking his head. Can't believe it. So is Feder. What a match. Well,
We'll be back in a few minutes. Wow.
is that why he got the extension?
Yeah.
He knew he was going to need it in a huge spot like that?
Had to have, right?
I'll just make a quick comment here. He didn't know if he was able to use someone else's equipment, correct? Yeah. But my thing there, and whatever, it's just small little things in the rules. Usually the ref can't answer a rule question on the spot. Is that right or no?
He asked him before the set, like right before the set. He said, hey, can I switch butts and use, you know, if I, you know, whatever. I think it was up to Albin. So he said that he
No
asked
problem?
Albin and said, Albin, he said, hey, would this be a problem for you? And he said no. So good sportsmanship there by Albin, I guess.
Well, it's been an eventful match so far. We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be coming back with set number 4, best of 5 sets. Fedor Gorst up 2-1. Be back soon. And we're back with set number 4 action here. Ouschan to break. Looking to erase the memory of that scratch, which led into the Gorst comeback. What a third set we just had. Best of 5 sets will win the match. Let's see where the 1 ended up here. It's close. Fedor's having a close look at. If anything, it'll be an extreme cheat to the right part of the pocket. Ref's going to have to be on top of this call. Ref's got to keep an eye on the one here. It's a close call. Great shot. Everything open in the rest of the rack. 3, 4, 5, 6 in the same area of the table. 7, 8, 9, 10 as well. Oh, he's wrecked on the 9, and this is a big roll here in the beginning of the fourth set. Federer going to go for a very close jump here. Some top players that wouldn't even attempt this, but he's confident enough that he can get the cue ball up quickly. Huge elevation. The cue ball up. Slightly thin. It's got away with it. Ouschan's not going to have anything aggressive here. Could try to turn the tide and bank the 3 in. There's actually not a lot of coverage going up table, but he could also play the cue ball into the 5 and 3 up table. Didn't notice a call here from Ouschan, so I think he'll be leaning towards safe. Use the 6 nicely as a blocker, but he knows he can possibly jump the 3 in, and it'd actually make him a favor to jump this in.
Yeah, you almost want to change the way you play safe sometimes against him.
Sure.
100%. Because this is almost just like a straight in shot for him.
Yeah, he's probably above 90% to make this ball. Didn't go.
That guy had his camera light on. That's nice.
Right in his vision or behind him?
I mean, it's behind him, but some people might make excuse after that or something, or others don't. Federer's not one to make excuses. That's why he's such a great player.
Ouschan's got to come with a shot here.
Remember, he had something sort of like this, but he went back and forth. This, you have to have a little more finesse and just trust your stroke here. But it's almost going to masse a little bit to the left with how slow he's going to hit it. Got to hold it with a low left draw.
Nice play.
Might have got into it a little too hard, but I think that's the best you can hit that ball.
Yeah, great shot there. Just a small smattering of applause, but great shot from Ouschan after not really having any offensive chances for 4 games. Albin deciding if he can hold for the 6 here. If not, he'll run into it. Ran into it with speed, kind of trusting to luck on where the 6 ends up. Doesn't want it to go in. Oh, it hangs up for him.
Goodness. Look at that. He already had the complaint ready.
Wouldn't have had a shot on the 7 if it went in. Nice shot. Always not real easy to control the exact cue ball position when the ball's so deep in the pocket.
see if he has any angle to draw back for the 8 in the same corner. Looks like he does. Cheat the pocket ever so slightly.
Both these players just firing at each other. None of the sets have been close because they've locked each other out so much whenever they've got the chance. Ouschan will be looking to do the same to Gorst in this set. Pardon me, the last set was Hill-Hill, but winning 3 and 4 games at a time, both players.
Yeah, they seem to just go on runs back to back. It's becoming a bit less of a tactical battle as they're figuring out the speed on the break, which I think the harder they hit them, the better the results.
Yeah, Federer ramped up the speed on his Hill break. Finally made the one on the side. Look for him to continue that on his next chance. Naoki Oi making a deep run at the World 10-Ball Championships this year. He's up 2-1 in sets. 1-all in sets with Grabe and Ruiz. Beato up 2-1 against Ko-Ping Chung. Semifinals of this event are going to be at 10 a.m. tomorrow, and the finals at 3 o'clock.
He changed up.
He did. Crushed it from the side rail. And one went in the side just like it did with Gorst. So that seems to be something that both players will be looking for the rest of the match here. See, I wonder if he saw Federer kind of ramp up the speed from the side rail and the one go on the side, and he's like, okay, well, maybe I'll try that. These players are looking for every single edge they can get, and they need it, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the talent level is so close. And the run-out ability is about the same, so any one opportunity can mean the difference of a game, which can mean the difference of a set.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's going to stun over for the 4 in the same pocket. And the 5 to the 6 is going to be key here.
Yeah, really only pocket available for the 6 is the same pocket as the 3.
Might be going into it slightly. I think he tried to go into it a little bit, maybe.
If he gets below the 5 here, has to stay straight enough that he can kind of hold the draw angle going up the rail. But it is one option that will play decently into where he needs to be on the 6. Risky to get too thin, though, if he plays that track. Gonna have to play a bunch of right if he wants to stay on the same side of the table. If not, he can cross the angle, going 2 rails across. New cloth, it's hard to check the ball enough here. He'll be drawing at this. If you are going to check it, you got to play the thin part of the pocket, definitely. Try to get through the natural angle as much as possible. He's going to draw. Yeah, speed was always tough here. Watch out for the 7. It's behind it, I believe. It's going to be close. Need another angle here. Wow, it's close.
Yeah, I think he's... I think if he was hooked, he would still be not addressing the shot currently.
Yeah, just got to see if he's still going to be offensive enough to try to pocket the 6 here.
I hit that one a little hard.
It's okay.
He's all right here. What a recovery there.
Just shows what can happen. Sorry, Chris. Just shows. Yeah, it just shows what can happen when you cross the angle. You know, they're not going to mess up position very often, but when you got to float the cue ball across like he did going towards the 6, every once in a while you can misjudge position.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he took away his jumping ability here, doubling him up basically. So now he's going to see what goes to what on his angles for the kick. Good favorite to hit this ball. Might go in. Oh. Did he leave it past the 10? Does it go?
He did by his body language. Yeah, straight in. So Ouschan going to be out to an early lead here in this 4th set. What a battle we have going here. 3-0 wasn't enough for Ouschan in the last set, so he'll be looking to push towards the finish line strongly here.
Yeah, no lead is safe in this format, that's for sure.
A little straight, might have to accept some distance here on the 9. Position from 9 to 10, not hard though, so won't be too concerned.
Yeah, perfect there.
Stuns out of the angle nicely, still got close to it.
Stop here. Decided to roll that forward. Nice.
Ouschan's going for a new break in this 4th set. He accomplished what he wanted on the last one. Both players have kind of found this power break from the right side rail where the 1 has been going in the side pocket. See if he goes with it again. I think he has to. He accomplished his goal on the last one.
I wonder if that guy that gave Federer his butt of the cue, I wonder if he's kind of mad he's got to stick around to come get it. I wonder if he was.
No, this is, can't get more entertaining than this. I know you're just joking.
Yeah, for sure. 2.5%. Given back to him from Federer's winnings.
He might need to keep it for the rest of the tournament if he wins this match.
That's right. One ball went high.
Yeah, I didn't get it that time, but I'll tell you what, he moved the cue ball in a bit, putting his bridge half on the rail, half off. Like, why would you change it at all? Didn't leave him a shot. 2 balls kind of surrounded by the 5-10, or 5-7, but I think there'll be angles where they can get at the 2. First order of business here is to figure out a push. Ties up the 5. So going to see a moving rack, and every moving rack that we've had between these two players has been, can't say exciting is the wrong word, but a lot of high-level thinking involved.
Yeah, looking to 3 or 4 rail this 1 ball and leave the cue ball behind the 4 potentially. Or he stuns forward towards the 6 maybe?
Call there. A lot of coverage over here. Big cluster of balls forming down near the bottom right corner pocket.
He might be able to kick just in front of the side pocket. Maybe with the right speed go behind the 8 was what he was looking at. But
yeah, looking at hitting the thin side of the 1.
Gotta make sure you hit it if you go for it, for sure.
Yeah, actually Saw Federer Gorst 3 fouling Shane Van Boning in the previous round. Rare for world-class players, but he was able to get 2 safes that were pretty much unhittable against Shane.
He's jumping here. Wow.
What can go in? The 10?
I think I'm going to learn something.
Yeah, he's calling the 10. Not off the 2.
Wow.
How do you even call this? Nice try.
Oh, and you have 6 balls rolling at the same time? That guy needs to turn off his light on his phone.
Oh, yeah.
Keeps going on. It's still on. There it is. Should I go handle that? To his credit, it's always when their back is turned. It's not like it's in their face. Interesting. You think he was trying to go into the 10-5 there?
I think he's too worried about getting stuck behind the 7 if he did, so that was a nice play.
Might see a little rail first action here.
5's pretty tight past the 7, but I believe it does pass.
Might be a little too high up on the rail, maybe. Oh, good.
5 definitely passes the 7, as you saw from that angle there.
I hate this with just left English and try to go in between the 6 and the rail.
There's room between to draw between the 9 as well. 9 in the side pocket. You're right. Good shot. Needs angle. Just got it. Kind of playing almost into a 1-rail draw here. Safer play could be just going over to the middle diamond of the left long rail. Nice shot there by Albin. Starting out the 4th set, just like he did in the 3rd set. Federer ran into the 9 in the first game of this 3rd set. Albin's taking full advantage from that point. Had that jump on the 3 as well in the first game. Thought he would make it.
Yeah, how far are you willing to go for the 7 ball? You got to leave yourself pretty steep.
I think you have to play into the short side. It's okay, you can get enough draw here. Got to be careful with the new cloth. Still not going to be sliding as much as day 1. But it could open up off 2 rails here. Got to get into this ball with draw. Flirting with the corner, but he's good. A little too much cut angle, maybe. Yeah, cue ball's going to be loose here. There is tracks 1 rail back from the long short rail. Just going to follow it and take a bit of a longer shot on the 8th. Safer track, don't have to elevate. Checked it to get a little closer to it. Make sure he didn't scratch in the side.
Got to hit that second rail.
I think so. Aggressive pocketing here. Well, Albin's come back with a real good set here after kind of being, well, he was put in his chair for 4 games from Federer. Took a break between sets. Got his one chance. He's played well since. Three nothing lead now, breaking in game number 4. Albin dropping down to about 55% on the break success, which is still strong. It was higher earlier in the match. Missed balls very low from both players, only 3 for Ouschan, 4 for Gorst. Ouschan's pocketed 34 more balls than 24 more balls than Gorst. Pretty even in that category. About equal in most of the defensive categories. Here comes Ouschan. There goes the 1. Shot on the 2. Looks like the cue ball's running into the 8. Got to be careful he doesn't run into the corner after he hits the 8. He's called it. He's going after the win here.
I feel like the safe is a little complicated too from there. So maybe the correct route would be to go for it. Give yourself a chance. If you're going to shoot a tough shot, might as well be giving yourself a chance to do something after it.
Got it right in the heart of the pocket. Missed the 8. Round 3 rails.
Maybe the Predator shootout got him warmed up.
Yeah, it was a similar type of angle.
So let me ask, if this goes hill, set, 5th set, it goes
There's
to
a shootout. Yeah.
That is beautiful.
How many shots do you think it would go on average?
With these two?
7?
Yeah, 4 or 5 probably.
It's a lot of pressure. Would be the biggest spot we'd ever seen a shootout played in. A shootout did decide the World Team Championships this year. That was exciting.
Didn't Pia Filler make the game-winning shot?
She did.
Yeah, that's awesome. Didn't like the side. Still likes the side. Went a little too far.
Yeah, a little bit wrong angled here. He'll find his way out of it. Just nothing as straightforward as he would have wanted. Just considering just playing the natural angle and giving up a little bit tougher pocketing on the 6th. Must feel like if he draws it, he'll be drawing back into the corner pocket and just a little too straight to create enough energy back towards where he wants to play the 6 in the top right.
If he stuns it, he'll be good here. Play for the side. Yeah, simple.
Looks like the cue ball's running to the right of the 9. If he is, if it is, he can just focus on the natural speed. Nice shot.
Beauty there. Beautiful shot.
So Ouschan answering the call here in set number 4, and we'll be going to a 5th set.
10 ball in the same pocket. He just made the 8 in.
Believe it'll be Feder to break in set number 5 first. Both players just being held at bay. What a match we have going on here, and we'll be going to a 5th set.
Wow.
Quick break between sets.
How awesome has this been? So close, but each set has been so far away except for the one.
Both players will be back within 5 minutes. Make sure don't go anywhere. 5th set coming up. Quarterfinals of the World 10 Ball Championships. We'll be back. And we're back here, folks. What a match we've had so far. Fedor Gorst taking the first set. You can see he's just... They've split sets back and forth, 2 each. You can see he's rendering all his focus for this 5th and final set. Both players have been playing extremely well. Nothing down. And he's on 4 games in a row. Albin's on 4 games in a row at this point. Right down the line of the 1. I think he barely has it. A lot of offensive possibilities for the 2 are going to be tough. Could get really aggressive and try to run into it. It's closer than I thought. It's down right on the angle.
Yeah, Karamon offer the 2 to the 4, but you might get stuck behind the 6 with the cue ball, which you don't want. And the 9 ball plays a little big. I wouldn't mind tossing that 2 ball up table towards the 5 or the 7 and putting the cue ball behind the 9. I think that's what he might do unless he's going to run into this.
Yeah, I like your option. Going into it, see what happens here. Open it up decently for the combo. Issue here is the 2 ball could end up being blocked by the 6-9. He'd be looking to slow the cue ball down enough where he'd avoid that.
Yeah, I think that's too risky, but what's the other option? Clear the 2 ball out and punch forward towards the 4 with the cue ball?
Yeah, not seeing much. Karam's too thin. If you hit it harder, the 2 ball can start moving up the long rail. Just kind of move the cue ball to the right as well. Looks like he's going for that. Got to put some right spin on it. Tricky shot here. Possible to undercut this. Nice shot.
How'd he hit that one, Eric?
Perfect.
Just doesn't like being jacked up here over the 8.
5 doesn't pass the 10. Reminder that the 10 is not a winner in the WPA world rules. So you'll be looking at possibly getting below the 10. Shooting the 5 in the bottom right pocket.
And doesn't want to hit the 6.
Nicely managed. He's got angle to come across for the 5. Maybe a little too much, really, where it's hard to get into the second rail. Should be okay. Bit of left spin.
Yeah, he's really good at these slow, low left kind of drag shots where he's more massing into the angle. I hit that one more aggressive than I thought he was.
Yeah, I'm surprised he kind of messed around with the 10 there. Worked out well for him. Doesn't want to be straight. Slightest of angles going to the left.
Yeah, he might be drawing this ball in between the 7-8, but
He's got enough to follow it. Cue ball's got a lot of time to open up. Just got there. Doesn't look like, yeah, he's okay. So Albin right back to running out here. 5 games in a row now he's won. Flawless play from him. Just very small half mistakes, not even Not even that from Federer.
Yeah, he's looking real confident here now. And the amount of mistakes they've each made have not been very high.
Yeah, less than only 7 missed balls between them. Both breaking pretty well at around 60%, throwing in some break-in runs when they get a shot on the one.
Yeah, it just seems like whoever gets to the shot first is going to win that rack. And
Really only 2 or 3 open table mistakes in about almost 20 games now. Ouschan started the match breaking from the middle, had some success. Switched right away once he saw Gorst breaking from this spot with power. He's trying to make the one in the left side pocket. Just short. Will it go in the corner? No. Nothing down. Shot on the one for Gorst.
yeah, the 2 times they kind of hit him off and not square. Sold out a shot and didn't really make anything. I think he's trying to generate a little too much power on that one. His cue kind of came back a little weird and missed hit the cue ball slightly.
Well, Gorst hasn't really had an offensive chance in about 5 games here. And, you know, he can pick up at any time. But again, when you're sitting for that long and all you can do is defense, have to be careful with your first visit back. See,
Yeah.
like here, he's underdrawn it a little bit.
Yeah, definitely something to mention for sure. Here he might just have to come back to the opposite side of the 3 or just to the middle of the table, but you can't go really up and down because of the traffic like the 5, 10, and 9. So might have to draw this all the way back and then play it in the corner near him.
Nice shot. Good recovery.
Yeah, beautiful shot there. Giving himself a really good chance for this rack. 3 to the 4. Middle table.
Looks like the 8 passes the 9 in the bottom left. He'll have to get straight on the 7 to be able to get into the short side of the 8. I think he kind of has to. If he got the cue ball around where it is now, you'd have to draw into the 9. Six ball lies well for getting straight on the 7 and just following up the right long rail.
Yeah, let's see his plan of attack here. Few different ways to go. Is he trying to? He's not going to fall this down to 7 in the bottom right-hand corner.
I think you have to, because you're going to run. I mean, if you run into the 9 with only 2 balls on the table left, you're likely to get a shot, but I don't think it's worth the risk. You're able to get straight on the 7 here. He's perfectly straight. Just got to control the speed coming down table now. Not as easy as you think, and you know, we haven't mentioned the pressure aspect too much because everyone's just playing perfect, but coming into this 5th set, Mental strength is going to be a part of it as well. Shots like this. Got to believe in yourself here. All the way to the rail and back. Nice shot.
Wow. Wow.
Inch perfect from 10 feet away. Playing the right part of the pocket on the 7 that he just missed the scratch. Great shot.
What a beautiful out this was. That 7 to the 8 was picture perfect. Can't get any better than that. Beautiful out there, Federer.
Crowd's really forming around this secondary table. No seats left in the house.
I mean, win or lose, this might be the best match played this tournament.
Yeah, look for whoever wins this to be a real threat to win the event. Neither player with a World 10 ball title to their credit.
Yeah, and this could be the final of any big tournament ever in existence. Amazing high caliber players, highest of caliber. And Federer's going to break here. Tied up at 1.
Switching sides.
Switching sides,
We noticed
Eric.
it right away. I mean, he's just trying to change the tide here, I guess. Not high enough success rate from the side he was trying.
Careful trying to overjuice it. Oh, it doesn't matter if you hit it like that.
Yeah, jammed one on the side. 6 covered the combo angle for the 4. Could you ever play off the 6? Tough to judge.
Yeah, super tough to judge, and you'd have to hit a little speed or else you're not going to get shape. Maybe just stick the 6, stick the 1 into the 6, and play the cue ball behind the 4.
He's kind of looking at it like he's considering that off the 6 combo. There might. Did you see if he called anything? I didn't notice. Yeah, just thinning at it, guaranteeing.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no, but he's left the edge, definitely. If not.
Hit it too thick.
Yeah, does he have the angle for the side? No, he doesn't. Didn't cover as much of it as he would have liked, though.
Yeah, but I'm sure that Albin is okay being here instead of behind the 4.
Yeah.
I'd imagine. Good shot there. Tactical. This might be a jump bank here. Which is wild to think about, because I'm kicking every day here.
Yeah, imagine if he hits this with enough draw to get back for the 3 in the side. Probably be favoring the corner.
Yeah, called for his extension there.
Oh, it was on the right track, but the 1 kicked the cue ball in.
This is a huge opportunity for Albin in this 5th set. I keep saying 3rd set, I'm so used to that. 5th set, last set of this match, either way. You figure if he gets to 3, he'll have a sigh of relief because he can't lose until he tries a shootout.
Yeah, it's an interesting cushion in the 5th set, having the first goal going to 3. He'll be more than halfway there if he gets this rack. I mean, the percentage that both players have ran out. When they get a good look at the first ball, it's got to be in the 90s somewhere, real high.
Yeah, but they're basically playing textbook runouts, textbook pool. They're coming with some amazing shots when they have to. And I wouldn't be surprised if this match had a few more twists and turns by the end of it.
It's a little tougher than it looks because the 8's in the way of the drawing track, and you want to get over to the right side of the table. What do you think here, Chris?
It might even be one of the times where you just take what you can on this. Maybe draw it in between the 8-9, or go 3 rails under the 8.
He's got a good idea. He's up pretty quick.
Let's see what he does here. Oh, wow.
Creative track there. Hit perfectly.
Don't get jacked up on the 7. He is.
I think he's got enough room. He's more over the 9. He can kind of get a draw stroke on it, but it would rather not be elevated here.
Probably an easier shot if you're Kachi.
Struck well.
That very well. Kind of got to get away from that rail. Do you leave yourself long here and take the cut?
As long as the angle's not falling behind the 9, which it looks like it's not. He's checking that out right now. If he does play that cut angle, the cue ball's leading into the 10 a little bit off the 8. Looks like he can get inside it, play 2 rails back towards the 9 on the side. Missed the 10, back up for the 9. And Ouschan taking back the lead here in this 5th set.
Wow. How clean did he hit that ball? Good trust in his stroke. And the follow through was perfect. Looks like he's in a good mindset to take this 5th set potentially. With this 10 ball, he'll be up 2-1 and a race to 4. And 1 rack closer to the finish line.
Now Yuki Oi is the first player through to the semifinals. Dennis Grabe up 2 sets to 1 and 3 games to nothing against Ruiz. Surprising result there, or be a good result for Grabe, making it to the semifinals and a shot at the title still. Carlo Beato and Ko Ping Chung in the 5th set as well. 2-1 for Carlo. A lot of great pool going on at the moment. Albin be looking to break and run here to guarantee himself a shootout. Grabe has just won the 4th set, so he'll be the 2nd player through to the semifinals. Balls flying everywhere. Nothing down. How's the 1 going to end up? reasonably safe, but Gorst will at least have a look at this table. Just gonna have Ouschan tied up to the 5 here. Hit it well enough that he took away the short rail. And this is actually, he has him in a bad spot here. Really bad spot. Ouschan gonna go with a bunch of right spin, try to straighten out towards the 1. There's not really much else. Just gonna tie up the 2 here. 3 rails back towards the 1. Great try. So Gorst looking for the break he needs here. Ball in hand starting position. Beginning of the rack's going to take some work. Just looking around at his options. Thinking about playing the 2 between the 9-10. There's a full pocket there.
Kind of a weird angle, though. You know, this is definitely one of the more problematic outs that we've seen. I didn't even think of that.
I didn't either. Nice shot. He's got a good easy draw angle towards the 3 now.
But when he shot it, it made sense to me, but it didn't register to shoot it that way.
Yeah, well, you know, it looks good when it turns out like that. I'm not saying it's not the right shot by any means, but you got to control the cue ball very well too there, right? He just did it perfectly on command. Great stuff we're seeing here. I mean, even most pros would just kind of favor like the easier position there, right?
Oh yeah, especially under this kind of pressure.
No kidding. Great stuff we're seeing here from both players. Nothing between them. Nobody knows what's going to happen in these last 4 games. He's got the wrong angle here.
I think he's still okay, though.
Cue ball's going to the right. Gonna have to play a combo unless he really wants to power out of it.
Yeah, he might just draw out here.
Well, combo's pretty wired, and the natural angle is playing into getting just to the right of the 5, so it looks like he is gonna consider the combo. Guess the natural angle was too close to it because he definitely would have just played high there if he could have. A little more angle than he would have wanted. Excuse me. Big pressure here.
Yeah, this shot might mean a difference of 2 games if he misses.
It'll put Albin into the shootout position, that's for sure. Got it. Shot there from Gorst, holding his nerve well.
Beautiful heart on display from Fedor Gorst. And confidence in himself, belief. And just trust in his overall game. his stroke, everything.
See on his body language whether the cue ball is going the wrong way or not. He's fairly straight. Worst case, he'll just have to take a little more angle.
Yeah, he's in a good spot. Just got to fall forward a little bit more. Albin kind of just meditating in his seat.
Yeah, just knows this rack's pretty much over. Maybe doing a little bit of mental checks about what he's going to do next time he gets a chance.
Just think you already played 4 sets and you're doing a race to 2 after this if he gets out for a spot to advance and chance to win a world championship.
Good play from Gorst in this rack. Got a little out of line having to play the combo on the 5-6, but managed that well.
Yeah, it is laying kind of weird.
Yeah, it's going to go 3 rails forward. It's okay.
Yeah, I like that stroke from him there instead of a hesitant one.
Predator Gorst tying the score up here in the 5th set. What a match we've had for you so far. Federer was breaking from the right side of the table all match long. Decided to move over to the left on the last break. Made a ball, not the one, but did make a ball. Think he'll stay on the same side. Albin really digging deep mentally here.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing you could do from your chair. You just have to wait for your next turn.
Federer staying with the left side of the table here.
His cue ball was so good last time, I understand why. Uh-oh. Crossed him a little bit.
Yeah.
And broke dry. Albin with a possible bank in the side pocket.
I think he'll be going at it. Position's pretty natural for the 2 as long as it passes the 3.
Maybe a little bit of stun. Play the 2 in the top corner by him, potentially.
Now Federer, the one in the chair, kind of doing some mental checks. Shortened up on him. Gonna leave it. He did. I don't know if the 4 is gonna pass the 6.
Oh, that shortened up a lot.
I don't think the 4 passes the 6.
Well, in close games like this, something always like that happens, right?
Yeah. But Federer will be happy to get back to the table here. He's moving around pretty quick. Maybe it does pass.
There goes that sleeve again. Can't be stopped. Beautiful. Yeah, what's your play on this 4? To stop it behind for the 6?
Yeah, maybe it's just that. He's just going to accept to play safe. Knows that he'll be on a pretty much an unmissable safe. Just try to take away all the rails you can. There is an angle down here that he's looking at now too, where he can go from the short rail back into the 4. Even slight chance there's room to pocket the 4 in the same pocket as the 2. We'll see here.
Oh, you might be going into him.
Is there room to pocket the 4 directly if you get underneath it?
If he gets close enough, I think so. But I'd rather run into these personally, because it's really hard to get hooked off this if you hit the 6 and 4 at the same time, or the 4 or the 6. You have to almost come into it really slow to get hooked on this. I think he's going to use just a touch of speed here.
Didn't
Oh
get a shot.
My goodness.
Big roll here. Federer still at the table with a chance to play safe, but any kind of positive roll there, he would have been out.
Where does this 9-ball go? Is it close enough to throw?
Hasn't really looked at it. I think it's going to the short rail a little too much. Could be a factor here. They are it's going to the short rail a little too much. Tension's getting high here. Nice shot from Federer.
What a shot there.
I'll just mention this quickly. When 2 balls are stacked together like that, you actually have to draw the ball a little more because it makes the mass of the ball you're shooting into a little heavier. Federer must have known that. It's not a super high level thing. He would know it, but he had to take it into account to have hit the cue ball that well and freeze it to the 5. Albin will be going 2 rails at this. High percentage to hit the ball. Not quite sure what can happen on the kick safe side. Maybe the 10 gets in the way. Misjudged, but he's going to tie up the 8 with the 7. Looks okay for a combo.
Yeah, and I wonder if Albin is going to let that bug him. It looks like he's having a rough go of it, but he's not out of this. He just needs to win 1 more game in the next 2 games to make at least a shootout, right?
Yeah.
So you got to look at it that way. You just have to survive. If you don't survive this game, you got 1 more shot to survive until the next stage. Try to get this 8-ball out of there, or the 7.
Surprised he's messing with moving it here. Good shot.
Pretty nice. Did he get too straight on this?
Yeah, gonna have to hit a little more speed than he would have liked, but he can get across table here.
Don't get over that 9.
Looking good now. Just a little bit of cue ball movement from 9 to 10. What a match from these 2 warriors. Trading blow for blow back and forth. 5th set in here. Better getting to the point where if he wins this game, he'll be guaranteed a shootout. And how exciting would that be? Fitting into a beautifully played match by both players. Just straight enough that he can hold, coming straight back.
Yeah, his drawing has been so accurate on the speed aspect of it. See if we can get through it one more time.
Shot. Straight in on the 10, right where he wanted to be.
First one to guarantee himself a spot in the shootout.
And he'll be breaking in rack number 6 here. Chance to close it out with a break and run.
I just want to see him smash it from the middle of the table one time.
Surprise everybody and just let out a 30-mile-an-hour break from the middle.
Yeah. Both balls behind the one go in, the corner balls go in, and the cross sides also go in, and he's left. The only 2 balls left on the table are tied up. That's a hill game right there. But it's not hill yet. So he's got one more chance in this last game to push it, to just win it straight out, and doesn't have to partake in the shootout. So let's see if Albin can get an opportunity this rack.
Going from the left rail. Look for the one to go towards the side here. Cross the rack over a little bit last break. Be looking to hit it a little more squarely this time. Just missed the 1. I don't think he's going to make one here. How's the 7? No. 2 balls in a bad spot.
Albin with opportunity, even if it's not ideal.
Considering playing the long position.
This opportunity is a little more ideal than not getting one.
Sure.
Right? So you have to look at it that way. I don't believe he's looking at it that way, but either way.
I think he's just going to play long here. He is, definitely, if he's following it. So, big shot coming up from Ouschan on the 2. See if he's able to get on it. Oh, he got out a little.
That one took a little more than I think he thought it was going to happen.
He's actually in good spot now.
This is definitely the key shot of the rack. This opens up almost everything.
Yeah, 5 will only have a couple pockets, but the 4 actually lies good for playing it in the opposite side, into the right side pocket. Still pressure on this ball. See him preparing himself.
A lot of 800 Fargos in the crowd watching this.
And that right there is called pressure. No matter who you are and no matter how good of a player you've been, a ball like that is still missable.
Yeah, I feel like he decelerated on that ball a touch.
Yeah.
Which led to overcut.
So Gorst with a chance. Gonna have to move the cue ball a lot here. Think he's going for it, Chris?
I think he is, especially with the fact that Albin can't win the next 2 games. He'll have to beat him in a shootout.
That's a factor as well. He's not really, he's betting the opportunity to avoid a shootout, but he's not betting the whole set on this shot.
I also wouldn't mind trying to play the 2-ball bank in the side, and if it doesn't go in, you got cover. A little bit of high left.
I don't think he's going for it. This will be a game winner if the cue ball gets behind the 8. No.
Oh.
Good coverage, though.
Still an amazing try, amazing stroke. He's hit a few shots that I learned from today for sure.
Definitely, you know, it's like talking about the thinking of one of the top 5 players in the world, arguably the best player in the world.
You know, it's funny. It's tournament play and gambling are slightly different. But I think with no shot clock and gambling format, Federer, no one wants to step up and play.
They've pretty much gotten to a point where they haven't. Watch out for the no rail here, and it's not going to get a rail. Gorst now with ball in hand, chance to win this match.
See, I'm curious why he would hit that soft. Maybe he tried to hit it a little thinner, obviously.
Yeah, just trying some kind of kick safe there. Didn't want to catch the 6.
I feel like it's too delicate for this part of the match. I don't know if that makes sense, but.
Well, look how it worked out, right?
I just like to make sure. If I'm a sellout, I'm not going to give him ball in hand.
Sure.
And I'm not laughing at him, just laughing at my way of thinking is, you know, might not be correct, but it's my opinion. Is he okay here?
4 better go in the corner. I think it does. Yeah, it does. He's down the line looking at it right now. He's going to have some small issues with running back into the 6 off the drawing angle. Could actually consider going around 3 rails. I don't think he will. He is playing into the 6 here.
Would you rather just stun this forward a touch or just hit with a touch of right and then go forward just a little bit?
You might have to, but it's touchy though. You know, if you start running into the 6, it's going to tend to push the 6 forward. Now and you can't go too far forward with the 7. Not over yet. He was able to avoid a withdraw. Nice shot.
Good shot there.
A little straighter than it looked from the overhead.
Really, really tough shot there. A lot tougher than it looks, I promise.
What a match between these 2 world champions. And it looks like Gorst, barring any unforeseen mistakes, will be advancing to the semifinals. One more shot from 9 to 10. Really taking his time here, recognizing the enormity of the situation.
Oh God.
He had to use it twice since he got it. If you guys are just joining us, Federer's extension broke on the butt of his cue. He made sure he got another one, actually borrowed it from one of the fans or maybe one of his acquaintance friends.
New headline, Federer switches to Predator for a few shots. It's like when you're at a friend's house and they have that really short cue for when you're up against the wall.
Yeah. Well, he had to make a tough shot with it, Hill in the 3rd set.
Yes, he did. 1 rail here, 2.
2.
Yep.
Nicely towards the 10, and what a match this has been. Federer Gorst with the straight in 10 to advance to the semifinals. Little deep breath, exhale. Tough one for Albin, did all he could. Didn't quite get there in the end. Both champions, great sportsmen. Big round of applause from the crowd. Federer with the little fist pump. I think we still have a match going on table 1. You guys can check that out. Other than that, he's kissing the extension that he got there, the extension butt. There's the guy that gave it to him. Make sure to join us for the semifinals tomorrow at 10 a.m. Pacific. Tonight you're going to have the final of the women's showdown between Che-Yu Cho and Christina Tkach. Still lots of great pool coming up for you this week. For Chris Reinhold, this is Eric Horlison. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Well, good night, everybody. See you next time.